This lesson is the pivotal moment in your learning journey. Everything you've studied about the results framework, the role, environment, steps, ultimate outcome, limits, test, and sharpen now comes together into one unified approach. Up to this point, you've learned each component individually. Now you will experience how they connect and reinforce one another. Integration is what transforms prompting from simple directives into professional communication engineering that consistently produces exceptional AI output. Studying each element of the framework individually gives you strong building blocks. But mastering how they work together as a cohesive system is an entirely different level of skill. When you integrate all components, you move from disconnected instructions to a structured, strategic prompting method. This is where communication engineering begins, where every part of the framework amplifies the others. Integration moves you beyond simple prompting into sophisticated, professional-grade AI communication that delivers consistent, high-quality results. For this integration lab, you will select a real scenario from your own professional world. Your choice determines how valuable this exercise will be, so choose something meaningful and authentic. Possible scenarios include coaching, creating reflection exercises, session summaries, or developmental frameworks. Content creation, drafting posts, articles, or marketing materials. Course building, outlining modules, designing learning objectives or assessments. Entrepreneurship, generating business plans, pitch decks, or strategic documents. Administrative support, preparing policies, procedures, or internal documentation. Client communication, drafting proposals, follow-ups, or professional correspondence. Pick the scenario that aligns closely with the work you actually do. The more real the scenario, the more powerful the learning. Now you will construct a complete professional-grade prompt using all 7 components of the framework. Here is the process step by step. First, select your scenario. Choose a task that reflects real work you would assign to AI. Second, build the role. Assign expertise, a perspective, and the lens the model should operate from. Third, establish the environment. Provide background, purpose, audience, scope, and any relevant context. Fourth, break the task into steps. Give the model a clear workflow so it knows exactly how to approach the task. This structured process ensures nothing is overlooked and every component serves a strategic purpose. To complete your integrated prompt, continue through the remaining components. Define the ultimate outcome. Specify the exact format, structure, tone, and length. Add limits. Include exclusions, boundaries, compliance rules, and constraints. Implement the test step. Require clarifying questions before generation begins. Sharpen the output. Refine tone, depth, structure, and clarity through iteration. Each component builds on the previous one. Role informs environment. Environment shapes steps. Steps guide the ultimate outcome. Limits tighten the task. Test ensures accuracy. Sharpen elevates quality. This cascading effect is what makes full integration so powerful. The test step is one of the most important accuracy tools in the entire framework. It forces the model to pause, think, and verify understanding before generating anything. This eliminates costly mistakes caused by assumptions or missing information. Here is where we add a refinement that dramatically improves accuracy. One of the most powerful ways to use the test step is to instruct the model to ask you clarifying questions before it begins the task. This ensures the model does not start generating until it is 99% certain it understands exactly what you want. Before the model moves forward, say, "Ask me questions until you are 99% sure you can complete the task accurately." This instruction slows the model down and forces deeper reasoning. It prevents assumptions and removes the guesswork that leads to weak or misaligned output. Sometimes, to keep the process efficient, limit the number of questions. You might say, ask no more than 5 clarifying questions. This captures essential details without overwhelming you. Next, ask the model to provide example answers for each question, with one option being, I'm not sure yet. This technique shows the range of responses the question is designed to uncover and confirms that uncertainty during clarification is normal and expected. This strategy serves 2 critical purposes. First, it reveals what information the model truly needs to perform at its best. Second, it lets you evaluate whether the example answers match the level of detail you intend to provide. When the model generates clarifying questions with sample answers, it becomes clear immediately whether your instructions were complete or need refinement before generation begins. The test step is not a formality. It is essential for reducing wasted time, preventing misalignment, and ensuring the model is truly ready to deliver a high-quality result. Clarifying questions transform your results for 2 important reasons. First, they show you precisely what information the model needs in order to perform at its highest level. This exposes gaps in your prompt you may not have noticed. Second, they allow you to check whether the model's example answers match the type of detail you are prepared to give. This prevents misalignment before the model begins generating. When the model asks clarifying questions and provides sample answers, you instantly see whether your instructions were complete or whether refinement is necessary. Even a well-constructed prompt benefits from refinement. The sharpened step is where good outputs become exceptional ones. First draft, the initial output created from your full results prompt. Refinement, using sharpening prompts to adjust tone, depth, and structure. Excellence, a final professional-grade deliverable. Sharpening focuses on adjusting tone for audience alignment, increasing or decreasing technical depth, restructuring for better flow, and clarifying complex sections. This step ensures your final output reflects true professional standards. This integration exercise is one of the most significant milestones in your certification journey. You are moving from understanding the framework to mastering it. Knowledge is valuable, but application is mastery. This lab bridges that gap by requiring you to apply every component in a real high-stakes scenario. By the end of this exercise, you will have a fully structured prompt that you can use repeatedly in your workflows. It becomes both a practical tool and a reusable template for future tasks. This work demonstrates your ability to engineer communication with precision. It is what distinguishes certified professionals from casual users. Your next step is to take action. Choose a scenario that genuinely matters to your professional work. Avoid theoretical examples. Select something real that creates immediate value. Then work through each component of the results framework methodically. Ask yourself what the AI needs to know, what it should produce, and how it should approach the task. When you complete this lab, you will have a results prompt that delivers reliable, predictable, and professionally aligned results every time. This is the moment where everything changes. The difference between knowing the framework and being able to apply it in real-world high-value situations. Your integration work begins now